Bala the Accords Fáilte Road. Good morning and welcome to our forum. My name is Maurice Duffy, CEO of Black Swan, and it's my pleasure to be your moderator today. Yes, I am Irish, and unaccustomed as I am to being in front of an Irish audience speaking, you may forgive me for being a little nervous. Obviously, with so many distinguished people in the room, and the brain power that's in the room, I'm sure that we're going to have a fantastic meeting forum today. Often when I speak abroad, I kind of quote Barney from the Dubliners, right? And I say to them, you know, the Irish, we speak very quickly. So if you want to keep up, you're just going to have to listen faster, right? I don't think that that's going to be my problem today. I'm an Irishman, born in Mayo, grew up in Sligo. Now I live in the UK and have been in the UK for about 30 years. I run a business called Black Swan, and what I'd like to try and do is tell you a little bit about Black Swan first, and then talk for about 5 to 10 minutes on the context of why we're actually here. I'm hoping to lead what will be a vibrant debate, a frank exchange of views, potent in the extreme, addressing what is the European innovation paradox, and how Ireland can be pivotal in addressing that paradox. First, let me talk about Black Swan, and just put in context. Black Swan, as a business, came into being in April 2008. I was going through Heathrow Airport, and we were in the process of putting together a people, a process, and an innovation business. And I was looking for a new name for the three businesses. And I came across a book by Nicholas Taleb. And when I was actually looking at the book, I had read one of his previous books called The Randomness of Chance. Now, most people are actually surprised I read, never mind that I read economics books. But his new book, Black Swan, talked about high impact. It talked about unpredictability. It talked about significant change. It talked about things occurring without us actually knowing and then being surprised by the outcome. It talked about, you know, the fact that, for example, Black Swan, we didn't even know it existed until we discovered Australia. And then it became part of the psyche and the beliefs that we actually have. Now, Black Swan, the business, has developed a suite of very sophisticated interventions that are key elements to deliver a transformation program. What we have designed is a change to the way business works. And you'll see one of our operation rooms on the screen. We look to drive radical improvement in performance areas across a number of key areas, such as business strategy, profitability, innovation, success, improve people performance, enable process capability, or integrated total business transformation programs. So whether the strategic agenda involves dramatic growth, market repositioning, diversification, or other competing forces that are needed for positive change, our transformation aims are to deliver outcomes that are significant. A couple of quick examples. We work with Rio Tinto in 23 countries, delivering over 200 programs monthly. We work with Tata, the big Indian company, on transformation programs across 6 or 7 different countries. And there are 3,000 of P&G's people who use our techniques. iCubed is a business division of Black Swan that's being created to perform transformation programs for government. And these transformation programs are on how to turbo boost governmental programs and deliver a return on investment. iCubed has a very sophisticated, intelligent knowledge base on how to transform key strategies to rich outcomes. It has a repository of accumulated knowledge of the iCubed board of global leaders with an integrated supporting technology platform. And this is our board of governors, people from P&G, from Rio Tinto, from MIT, and obviously some local Irish faces as well to kind of bring the Irish perspective home. The technology platform hosts a unique innovation trends. The innovation platform hosts a unique innovation trend systems made up of scientific analysis of over 3 million innovation data points, which underpins our transformation programs. Now, I have an impressive panel of experts seated at the back of the room, who I'll introduce shortly. I'd like to take a couple of minutes to provide some context to the debate discussion which we're hoping to host. All right? And then I'll bring the panel up on stage, hopefully with a view to them sharing their points of view and open the forum up to some discussion. Now, I don't want to scare you. I am not an innovation messiah, nor indeed am I a prophet of doom. But, you know, to the innovation, a topic that's important for us today, I want to kind of talk about, you know, that I'm a person who can relate to this, because I've lived, as many of you have, you know, over the past 30 years working with large global boards in many countries, you know, and experienced some of the experiences you've had. I'm here to share with you what I've witnessed. And what I have witnessed is companies doubling their profitability every couple of years. I've witnessed multi-billion-dollar companies grow from the back of a garage. I've witnessed companies struck down by unforeseen events from which they have just never recovered. I have witnessed and been frustrated by huge wastes of companies as they invest in useless or disconnected programs. I've also witnessed companies talking about change, talking about change, talking about change, where they don't have a hope in hell of achieving anything, as they don't understand what change means and what it takes to make real change a living reality. However, the most staggering thing I've witnessed over the past couple of years has been that we're entering a new era, where the old ways of doing things no longer work, where I've seen the old order disappearing, the gloves coming off, and now I see business becoming truly global. The rate of change is exponential, and the emerging nations are leading that change. A key question for us, and a key question to the room, which we will try and address, is Europe ready to deliver on that change? Europe, who was once a proud centre of the civilized world, Europe, who led the world in cultural innovation, education, and sophistication, and then started to play second fiddle as the US took over at the turn of the 20th century. We've seen the US push new frontiers with abandon and belief. We've seen the US land on the moon. We know the US drove innovation through its military and led the world. However, now at the turn of the 21st century, it's a very, very different story.